Ooh.
Awesome.
Hello and welcome to Wednesday Night Onlyfigs. I am your host, Mr. Modern Toyfer, and I'm joined by the founder of the Neck Illuminati, the delayer of shipments, the procrastinator of recruiters, the perfect person, my YouTube wife, Mrs. Modern Toyfer, Jarmar _games. And that's it. There's no Nate this week. He's got better things to do. He said he does not love Eric the Met anymore, and
Oh
he
wow.
needed a break. So he is not here this week. It's just the two of us.
Just
Assuming,
the two of
weather
us.
permitting, my electricity does not go out again, or my internet, or YouTube decides to not kick us off live like it did the first attempt. So, fingers crossed. We'll see how this goes. Let's hit up chat here real quick. We've got Wednesday Night Only Figs. Let's go. How's it going, Fig fan, Samurai, Spider fan? Where's Nate? Nate is spending some quality time away from everyone. Did we finally sell Nate the custody of Nate? No, Nate's clickable face is way too valuable to ever sell to anyone else. So
I mean, everything has a price.
I mean,
Everything.
unless it's a retirement plan, I think I'm gonna say that his clickable face is way too worth it.
I was gonna make a joke, but that's yeah, we'll skip that one.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what it was, but I want to know now. RG, good evening, nice to see y'all. How's it going, man? Ah, shit. All right, well, we're gonna do the numbers again a little different this week. So, since obviously Nate's not here to give us a trivia question, it's not gonna be as extravagant, but we are gonna choose a number. We each are gonna choose a number 1 through 100, and then what we're gonna do is once we've both written it down, we'll have chat choose a number, and the first number will be whichever one of us is closest gets to go first. Oh, geez, here we go. Eric the Matt, Jamar, when Michael isn't busy screwing up the stream or lying about Nate, why do you feel Michael has so much resentment towards him?
I think it started maybe at an early age for Michael. No, I have no clue. I wanted to sound like I had something prepared that I would
Yeah,
always mull over in my mind, but
I assume you do.
popularity is probably has something to do with it. Uh,
Are you saying I'm not popular, I'm assuming?
I mean, some people are stars and some people are the dust around the stars. Been listening to
You
a
do
podcast
realize in this
about solar
scenario, we're
system.
both the dust around Nate's stardom, right?
um, yeah, I'd like to think that I'm more of a planet. You know what I mean? I'm orbiting him. He's the sun, but I'm orbiting him. I'm at least like I might have
You know what? I'll
human
take the
life.
win because at the end of the day, that means I'm not big enough to have my own gravitational pull.
That's true. That's true.
So that's a win for me. Spider
Oh
fan,
god,
I've
that
had
hurt.
school for 1 week and I already want to be done for the year. That's fair. I have
Hmm.
never been so happy. Well, Jamar unfortunately isn't done, uh, but
Yeah,
I've been
and
done for
I
a very long time.
have no off times for what I'm doing because I'm an adult doing school and it's all the time. So
That's
it's a
unfortunate.
class every 11 weeks.
Only one?
Two classes. Two classes.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. No
Okay,
breaks. No breaks.
so we're each gonna pick a number, and then chat. This is your chance. There's, I think, looks like
My
seven
hands
of
are
you.
up.
Hands are both up. Chat, give us the winning number for this week, and whichever is closest will go first. And
Get this here.
whoever hits chat first is gonna be the one we pick, assuming it's within that 1 to 100 range.
1 to 100.
Yes.
Only one of you guys is in school, so that should be pretty easy.
So there should be a lot of numbers in your head. Oh, jeez. We've got. All right, here we go. It is 36. So I've got.
Oh, we're both immature children. Oh, we
That's
didn't
funny.
plan anything for a tie.
We didn't. Well, yeah. I guess we could do this again. So let me erase mine. All right, chat. We're gonna try this
I have
one.
to use my shirt to erase this, so I have a lot of dry eraser on the inside of my
All
shirt.
right, we're gonna do this time so we get fresh numbers. We'll do between 100 and 200.
Okay, 102.
I also forgot that because we're using the two-person one, my camera is still flipped in reverse, so I need to write backwards again. Fuck, I don't remember how to write backwards now.
All right.
Hold on. I'm not ready yet.
Hands up.
Not hands up. I'm not ready yet.
I'm just saying my hands are up.
All right. So first one we got is 136. God damn it!
This is not a bit.
The worst part is it actually took me another extra minute to try to figure out how to write it backwards, and we still did it. God damn it. You know,
all right.
Third time's
We're
the
gonna have
charm.
to do like a color or something. Maybe, well, it can't be numbers. It's got to be numbers.
The numbers game. What color should we pick?
Uh-oh, I lost my marker. Okay, there we go.
All right, we're gonna make it more interesting. Okay, 1 through 1,000. Chat.
1.
Yeah, 1 through 1,000. Chat. Don't put anything in until we both say we are done. Especially because it's gonna take me a second. Because I have to write mine backwards.
I swear to God, dude, if you do the same thing,
I'm gonna laugh so hard if we do.
Oh, hands up.
Hands up.
Hands
All right,
up.
chat. Listen here. You can see Michael's creativity without Nate. Excuse you. I'm sorry. It's not very easy for us to be like, chat, come up with a trivia question for us. Like.
Are we flipping?
We are. Okay. We've got the first one was 369.
I did.
Yeah,
6,
okay, we're not the same.
6. All right.
Wait,
what is yours?
Mine's 669.
Okay, 669. Okay,
Yes.
okay. So technically,
ironically, there was the 369, and then 2 people after that put 669. All right, so I had to go first finally. After I'm honestly surprised we didn't do the same thing. I'm not gonna lie.
You should probably go second anyways.
Probably, so we don't end on a disappointment. So yeah, you can go first. I'll take the victory, but you can go first. I'll be a gentleman.
All right. Still counts. So part of it too is because my one only purchase is a spoiler for yours. So I was like, I'm just gonna go first. That's part of the reason.
Oh, because you got it too. That's right.
Yeah. So this actually showed up literally the day after we recorded last week. So it gets to make an appearance this week. And if you haven't guessed by now, you have a 50% chance of guessing what this is. It's either an Nendoroid or it's turtle related. Surprise, it's a turtle.
I say probably both.
Yeah. It's Mikey, the Wanderer. Honestly, with this, I just bought it because it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're probably in the same boat as me. I don't really have like oh my God, I can't believe they made this.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Exactly. I just thought, man, this is a pretty badass looking turtle. And it's pretty cool. And I like the weapons with it. The only thing that I thought was kind of weird, and this may be because I don't really understand it, but like the accessories, like this here, I don't know if that picks it up, but they're white.
Yeah, they're
and
not blue like the other ones.
Well, I thought maybe they were like silver. And I just didn't get paint.
No,
but I guess it's like comic. I don't know. It's
yeah, because like it's supposed to be like from the comics, and the comics wouldn't have had silver like at that era. Would be my guess.
Yeah, but also it wasn't green.
I mean, he probably was green.
I mean, we know he was green, but like it didn't show in the. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I just chalked it up to like my bigger problem is that the Mirage turtles were white and blue to show like almost like a shine to it. Like, you know how like swords have that like shine like on one side usually. So I'm a little disappointed they didn't do that, so you can't like mix and match them. Because I would have loved to have given Donnie the staff and been like, oh, it's kind of like the 2012 series where he had the little blade at the end, but it doesn't match the blade for Leonardo's katana. So I'd be like, that's weird. I don't want to mix and match it then.
Yeah,
I am tempted to give Mikey the nunchucks because I like the little like swirlies on them for the wraps.
You mean these ones are better than the ones that came with the Lost ones? Yes,
Yes.
they are.
Yes.
Because I have that was my biggest issue with it. But yeah, overall, really cool. Of course, obviously. But it's kind of weird that this feels like it's a part of its own line, even though it's a part of Mirage. It's weird,
Mm-hmm.
but it's cool. And I like it. So I got it. And I'll keep it because that's what I do. I threw away the box and
I
everything.
thought you were
I
saying
have my
threw away the
accessories.
accessories already.
No, so it's mine. It's mine forever. It's been a therapeutical. That's how you say that, right? Therapeutical thing.
Therapeutic. I don't think there's a therapeutical.
Therapeutical is probably like something, a cream that you put on there to smell, and that's therapeutical. All right, that's why I went first because that's literally all
This
I
is what happens when Nate's not here. Things get weird and don't make sense. I mean, they're like that when Nate's here anyway, but a little
That's
more so.
true.
So
So why don't you carry the show? Why don't you be Nate today?
that's unfortunate because I don't have as much as Nate probably would have had, even though he's cut down. But I do have more, similarly more than you, about 4 times more than you. So
Okay.
I went to Target this week, and I wasn't even there for the toys. I was there to pick something else up, and I was like, "Oh, I'll go through the toy aisle. Why not?" And they had all sorts of new shit. And I impulse bought something, which I'm kind of
Oh.
happy because I like having little like civilian characters and stuff like that. And I haven't figured out what head I'm gonna put on it because he's got a stubby neck. But I got the egghead from Marvel Legends,
Okay.
so I got a little scientist guy. I'm gonna pop the head off and put a different head on it. I tried to put the angry head from the Hood character, the dude with the who's just like a jacket and jeans that I've shown in the past. But his like the neck's so short that his head just like sits like this, and I'm
Uh,
like, well, that doesn't really work for me. I'm
unless he just got kicked in the top of his head and
and, and now he's
stretched
just like
out.
that. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about maybe putting the John Favreau head on it, but then I'd have to constantly like take it on and off because I use John Favreau in the
Oh,
reviews as a size comparison. So Fig fan Samurai says I impulse bought him too. I mean, it's a solid figure. It's really cool. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same body as the Bruce Banner that comes with the new Hulk figure, which I kind of want that
uh,
one too to have multiple scientists. But yeah, I went to because I was at Walmart looking for something, and they had that wave, but he was the only one that like wasn't there. So I'm like, oh, so that one's gonna be hard to find. So when I found it at Target, I was like, okay, I guess I'll buy it. Uh,
because I have a baby brain. What all was in that wave? Because I feel
that
like I just
is
saw that.
the Ant Man.
That's with
No, that's it. No, no, no. He was in because there's the Ant Man wave that's hitting, and there's another wave that's hitting at the same time. Uh,
like with what's the oh my
hold
god,
on, still in
the
here.
chick in Miss Marvel from WandaVision who gets her powers through going through the thing. And
Miranda, not Miranda.
see, this is something Nate would know
Yeah,
right
Nate.
off the top
Yeah,
of his head.
I'm just gonna put in Marvel Legends Eggman.
Yeah,
If I could spell
I just thought it
Marvel.
came with that wave, which I thought was kind of odd, but
I don't think he did. I think he came with because there's a comic book Ant Man wave, and then there's the Disney Plus wave. I thought
okay.
Egghead. I keep calling him
I just
Eggman. I'm like, no, he's not a Sonic villain. Let's see here. Oh no, he is the movie yeah, because that's right. Because I'm giving Nate the build a figure for Cassie Lang.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, that is Wasp, King the Conqueror, Ultron. Oh
Wasps.
fuck, I need to find that Ultron. I didn't see that either. Crossfire and Future Ant Man.
See, I want King.
If you
Uh,
see Ultron, let me know.
I'll keep an eye out. I
See,
will
I
keep
wanna
an
I
eye
wanna
out.
army build that. But yeah, so fuck, I forgot that was in that wave. Now I'm even more like sad now that because I was like I only found one of him, and I'm definitely not gonna find that Ultron because I feel like everyone's gonna be trying to buy it. But yeah, so after that, I was in the same aisle or the next aisle over at Target, and I'm so used to Target not having Indiana Jones figures, just having empty pegs. But this time they didn't. They had a couple. I had to talk myself out of buying the weird shirtless hypnotized Indiana Jones because originally I was like, I'm gonna buy all the indies, and I was looking at them like, I don't fucking need this.
You didn't buy the shirtless Indy?
Well, here's the thing, like he's like got paint on his forehead because he's hypnotized and shit. And it's not like he's just sitting there being all sexy. He's being there all like murdery. But I did buy, more importantly, Short Round. So he comes with like a handful of little things. Like he comes with Indy's hat, which is like a separate piece, which none of the Indiana Jones figures come with because they're all molded to the head. So that's kind of cool. He comes with a little knife, so he can be like stabby stab. Comes with a little voodoo doll of Indy, and his hat actually like comes off, so you can have him with or without the hat. Odd choice. This is soft goods. Like I'm not sure what made them want to make that soft goods, but good on them because like it's nice to actually get soft goods for a change. But I feel like they could have at the same time made it plastic and it would have been fine.
Yeah, but it gives you that cool like swoosh thing with the jacket. So
yeah, a little bit, but he's not really like
going
into battle.
pose.
Like he's not like he's not like if I can get a little like mine cart and put him in it, that'd be fun. Before I move on here, where was it? Michael carries the show the same way Mezco Michael's Batman figures. Well, joke's on you because those finally shipped.
Oh, that's cool. That's a nice little update.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I lost track here. Isn't it Totally Awesome Hawk wave? No, the Eggman is a part of the Cassie Lang wave. Totally Awesome Hawk is also at the same time, but I can't remember what's in that one.
We just said that they were slowing down.
Don't you need the stones? I don't know what stones you're talking about. Wait. Nathan, I guess they were trying to bump the perceived value since it's a smaller figure. Oh, of Short Round. That's fair. Ted Darkclaw, hello friends. Popping in for a few. Say, hey, how's it going, man? All right, yes. So where was I? Oh, he also comes with the like another piece of the build a figure or build a artifact thing. It's ironically for the episode we just recorded. Spoilers. We if you're part of the Patreon, we had to shift gears on what the topic was this week for next week's episode because Nate wasn't here and we forgot that he wasn't going to be here, even though he told us last week, but we're terrible friends and co-hosts and forgot. So we had to pivot and it's going to be about Build-A-Figures. And I completely forgot that Indiana Jones does the art of Build Artifact, which I think is cool but dumb because it's not cool enough to get me to buy a bunch of characters I don't want.
That might make it. Someone argue that that's probably perfect because it doesn't give you the fear of missing out. No, I'm not going to get this. Yeah, I guess I should just go with that. It's not like it's a common phrase or anything. Yeah, but it also is cool, like if someone's really, really, really into it, you know.
Oh, to answer Fig Fan Samurai says the stones that come with hypnotized Indy to build the artifact. No, because I'm as much as I want to go super deep on this line, with it being $25, I can't justify it for all these side characters, especially most of them are just dude in suit. So I'm sticking to just like the indies, like minus that one, obviously. Short Round, I'm going to get Dr. Henry Jones Sr., and then I kind of want to get the Holy Grail Knight. I would like to have a Marion, but I feel like that ship sailed because that first wave kind of went real quick, and there's no way I'm paying over retail for her. But I didn't buy the first wave. I just bought the Indiana Jones, which then I instantly regretted because they made the one from the actual like scene where he's switching the idol out. Then it comes with like the podium and everything. Ted Darkhold, we're gonna put wave 1 back on clearance soon if you want to load up. I'll have to check that out. I appreciate the heads up because I want to marry him. I do. I don't know if I want any of the other characters. Yes, I mean I do. Dr. Jones, I want to marry him. Yeah, especially that shirt.
Putting a ring on it.
Shirt's a little open there when he's running through the streets. Yeah, I'm here for it. Not gonna lie, in the new Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford walks around borderline naked, and you're just like, why is this old man in better shape than me?
Steroids. I'm joking. Good work ethic and a lot
No,
of extra
money.
time.
Money is the answer.
Well, yeah, money applies time. So like,
Oh.
yeah, implies time. Apply. Yeah. But yeah,
Uh, so also I did get the Wanderer figure as well.
what?
I got a text and ironically I got told before Best Buy told me that mine was ready for pickup because someone I know texted me
Oh.
and was like, "Hey, look at this," because and it had my name on it because I did the in-store pickup option and forgot that I did the in-store pickup option. And I, of course, then was like, "Well, I'm gonna check the figure section, see if they have any other like figures that were like exclusive." Nope, not
Nothing.
shit.
Yeah,
Didn't
it's
even have any of the
very
older
weird.
stuff. Like that one sucks. Like the one I
Yeah.
go to by my girlfriend is amazing. It has like Casey Jones, it has the Utrams, it has uh Renette, it has all of the Mirage stuff that's
I
like come
haven't seen
out.
the Renette. Yeah, that one.
So like it has everything. It even has like the still has both shirtless and not shirtless Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
So like tons of options. Check tomorrow should be adjusted by then. Thank you, I will. Uh that was Dark Claw telling me about the clearance for Wave 1. But yeah, so I went and picked that up when they opened. And it was funny because I was standing there at the register and I could see them from where I was, and there was only 3, and I'm like, wow, they really just got like what was pre-ordered. They didn't get any extras. Like that sucks.
I'm shocked that there was 3 there that people were ordering
Well, I
it.
assumed one
But
was
I guess it is a Best
yours.
Buy exclusive. No, mine was shipped to my house.
Really? Well, you
Yeah.
probably have the fancy membership that gets you free shipping.
Yes, of
Yeah,
cours.
because
I
they have
should.
that whole
No,
fucking.
everyone's like, well, I guess it's implied because it was exclusive to
Mm-hmm.
Best Buy. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I picked that up, and then this one, fuck, I need to look up who it is before I do it because I want to make sure to give him a shout out because these things are awesome. Where is it?
Oh, I know. So I know what you're talking about.
Do you?
Yeah, because we were talking of what you had, and I was like,
Oh
we got
yes, the
carried the show,
accessories.
and you were trying to say a handful.
So Pan Cheesy on Instagram. That's PANCHEEZEY makes these little like dust cloud accessory packs.
Oh, okay.
So you get 2 of these
That's
like itty bitty ones that are like in a straight line, and you get 2 of these curved itty bitty ones. You get 2 of the big curved ones, but they're still over at the review station because originally that's where I had him and I forgot to grab them. And then you get 2 of these big ones. And unfortunately, because they're so, can I?
I know it's like it's hard to
There we
tell that
go.
it's
You
a
can see some
cloud,
of the
but
detail. Yeah, you can see some of the.
or
There we
dust
go.
cloud. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see some of the detail in there. So, yeah. So you get in total 8 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and like it was a pretty good price too. So I'm not mad at it. They're all 3 printed. Like they're pretty lightweight, which is nice, and they look good in pictures. Because I sent you that picture of the Wanderer I took, and I feel like it looked really good.
Yeah. Once you mentioned that, I was like, oh, okay. Now
You're
I
like,
know what you're
oh,
talking
now I know
about.
it is because I literally saw a
Yeah.
picture of it yesterday. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, in I might do a review of them. I'm not sure if I will, if I have time or not. But Vasco Toys did a review of it, but he put his with like anime figures, and I think it really excels there because he put
That
his
makes
with like
sense.
the SH Figure Arts trunks, and it looks really cool. So
Uh,
I feel like if you do SH Figure Arts or Figma or something or Nendo's, these are definitely a cool little accessory
I
piece for
see
that.
what you're saying
Yeah.
now.
But yeah, that is. Well, please don't turn off the electricity. That is all I have, unfortunately, because it's been like a moderately slow. I mean, not really moderately, because I found 2 things in the wild. One, a pre-order showed up, and then I picked up something from someone on Instagram. So I feel like that's a pretty solid week. It's obviously not a Nate level week, because Nate would have had
Yeah.
like 13 things, and half of them would have been clearance items that he'd already purchased before.
I did show um Yeah, no. We did that last week. I did that last week. The Miles Morales comic, Miles Morales. We did that.
Yeah,
I can't
turtleneck.
remember if we just like talking and I showed you that, or
No.
if
You
we
do
were
did
like,
show that
yeah,
on the stream. You showed it because I
okay,
was like, oh, I'm shocked that you bought the turtleneck version. You're like, yeah. Oh, also,
yeah,
I guess it's not really a toy purchase, but it's over there, so I could grab it. But I did pick up while I was at Best Buy the Ghost of Tsushima PS5 like director's cut edition for $30.
oh, awesome, a game you would never play.
I played that for a while because I initially bought it because
Oh, I thought,
we were all like, oh, we're gonna
oh, the
play
online
online, we're
thing.
gonna play online, and we played. I think me, Wes, and Jake played online briefly,
Yeah,
and then I played quite a bit of the single player. Like I played probably maybe like 5-10 hours of it, and I enjoyed it. But I had the PS4 version, and then I bought PS5. And I'm like, well, I want to see the pretty versions of the graphics, and
that's fair.
I just never rebought it. And now I'm like, well, $30, yeah, because like my big thing is like I'm not paying $70 for a PS5 game. Get the fuck out of here. But $30, I'll do it all day, because I'm a cheap bastard when it comes to video games. If you were like,
I
give me $70 for some fucking Ninja Turtle, I'd be like, here you go.
or better yet, $70 for a pack of uh accessories that look like cardboard boxes. You're like, sign me up.
You. That's rude. I feel attacked. 'Cause you're not
Like-
wrong. I've definitely. Yeah. You're not wrong, unfortunately.
I did have another weekly purchase on Monday. It's not a toy, but I have a car,
Oh.
and I've been driving a car for 3 years. That's been paid off for longer than that, and it had no air conditioning because I didn't want to pay money to fix the air condition. So I finally have AC and a car now
I don't know how
because
you did it. I mean, granted, I was in Arizona, but I was up in the
willpower.
mountains, so like mine, it wasn't as hot. But like when I moved to AZ, my AC in my car went out, and like within a week I was at the shop be like, how much is this going to cost me, like which kidney am I going to have to give up because I need to get it solved. And boy, was it expensive, not because the AC was hard to fix, it was because what the problem was, the AC hadn't gone out, the cord that connects to the dial
Yeah.
got disconnected,
Uh,
so they replaced
because of the
all the parts
tear.
for the AC, and it still didn't work. And then they had to take apart my dashboard to get to it to find out that, oh, it's just this cord wasn't attached. I'm like, are
Like,
you
all right, now
kidding
take
me?
your parts out of my car.
Right.
Give me
I'm
my
like, I
money
just spent,
back.
I think by the end of it, I had spent $800 or $900 just to get this fixed, to find out it was a fucking string that wasn't attached properly. I was so mad. But then I turned on the AC when it was like 90 degrees out, and I was like, oh my God, worth every fucking penny. I don't care. Like I am not a cold-blooded creature, right? Because the
I would
cold-blooded ones need hot.
Cold-blooded uh, gets warmth. Their body temperature adjusts based on their surrounding, so they need to like get huddled up into against something warm to keep their body warm. Which that doesn't sound like that makes sense. It's like something
Because
with
they're
their blood.
cold-blooded, so they need to be warmed by other things, i.e., the sun.
Yeah, but
I
so do
am not
we,
that,
and
because I do not need
we're
heat by
warm
the sun.
blooded.
I need to be cold. Because I am
This
too,
analogy's not
I
working,
am too warm-blooded. Is the problem? I
but
am,
yeah,
I am too warm-blooded. Uh,
that's probably my biggest weekly purchase of all time on this show.
that's probably, yeah. I don't think you ever topped that one price-wise.
Well, no, because we did the weekly purchase of the house, which was more
Fair.
in my car.
That's fair.
So,
But
that's
you're
true.
splitting that one with another person.
That's true.
So does that really count?
I can't wait
Um,
to show it off in 30 years when it's paid off.
you mean when you're not living in it anymore because you're in a retirement home?
Right.
Because Ezzy is just like,
As
I
he
ain't
be,
fucking keeping you
yeah,
around.
as he'll be doing it. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
yeah, that was
Well, I guess we won't close it out quite yet, because since we're not going to do an episode on it, let's talk about the elephant in the room that got announced over the past couple of
oh
days.
yeah. The cup of noodle.
So, That I don't know if they could do that because I'd be even more trademarked than everything they build. But it'd be more ironic then. So Ramen Toys has decided to be the savior of the people since NECA has forsaken those who have built their empire and
Mm-hmm.
are asking $300 for a sewer diorama. And now Ramen Toys is offering, or is not offering yet, but they are going to offer a
Mm-hmm.
sewer diorama that will be all 3D printed, I believe, and it's going to be like 150 to 180 is the goal. So almost half the price, and you look at the 3D rendering of it that he has, and it looks like it has more detail because even like it has
Mm-hmm.
a roof that's plastic instead of being a fucking foam board piece. It is actually molded and has like accessories and stuff. It's gonna have a ladder that goes up to said roof with a
Out of it.
manhole cover that they can crawl out of. It's gonna be the same size dimensions as the NECA one. The only thing that I didn't see, I need to go back and watch the live stream because I haven't had a chance yet because we just discovered it today, and that is if it's gonna have furniture
Mm-hmm.
because I think that's gonna be like it's still a good value at the 150 to
Yeah,
180.
even still.
But like I feel like I need furniture to justify it because I really don't want to have to go and find third party furniture because unfortunately a lot of the third party like Toon Turtle furniture I've seen isn't up to par in my opinion. Like it doesn't look
Mm.
bad, but it doesn't look great. And I don't want to go cloth because I have the cloth couch already that I use. Not a huge fan of it. I want something that's molded, has the comic book lines. Granted, it's going to be used for comic book turtles instead of the Toon Turtles, but that's not the point. Either way, I'm on board because I had been I had been wrestling with the idea of being a part of the problem and getting the sewer dio anyway,
Oh my god.
and being like, well, it's a tax write off, um, because not so much just because like I really want it, but because I'm terrified because NECA has set the standard so far that they'll listen to the customers after they've got their money. Because look at the turtle van. We have not gotten 100% confirmation that that's going to go up back up for pre-order at all. It's about to
Yeah.
ship here in a couple weeks, and they fixed it after pre-orders closed. Like people complained that they didn't get it because it had that weird hump on the top, on the roof, and they fucking fixed it 6 months after they closed pre-orders. And
Don't
there's
you think though that that's like counterproductive of
oh,
saying
I,
like
I I do, yeah, but I feel like that's just what they're gonna do. They're gonna be like, well, fuck all you who didn't want to support it. We're gonna make it better for those who did, though. And like, I don't know, they seem, especially with how aggressive the Instagram account got when they announced the fucking pre-order, like that, that was like worse than some Randy like level like butthurt shit. Like
yeah.
they were
I
deleting
just
comments and shit. It was a fucking just shit show.
well before we dive into that, we're kind of excited about this, the prospect of having something that could be a little bit uh I don't want to say cheaper because it's not cheaper per se, but a little bit more affordable outside of like the $300 range. So I would be interested to see. What worries me is that this will probably just be like a serve all kind of thing for all the type of turtles that you could potentially use, or even if you wanted to use something else. So it's not gonna have like that tune.
We don't know that yet. Because he hasn't
Yeah,
shown off. He hasn't like. I think
I'm
it'd
just gonna
be.
assume. I'm gonna assume it won't have like the tune like that
I
style.
I think that it's gonna be because he offered when the Hell Charger failed because the price was so high.
Mm-hmm.
He made his own, and he has one version that's you can just get the black car with some of the attachments. You can get the black car with all the flamey bits,
Mm-hmm.
or he has like a different. He has an orange version of the car. So he's already set the standard on his end of having multiple options. So there's a chance he may have one that's painted up in Toon Deco, one that's painted to be normal.
Mm.
So there's a chance he might do
I,
both.
I think if you do that, you're basically saying like, hey,
dick on the
go
table.
ahead and try and sue us. Because
but
like,
it's
if you giving,
there's nothing specifically saying Ninja Turtles about it, so they can't sue him.
that's fair. That's fair.
Like, as
It
long as
just
he
seems
doesn't
that,
put
like,
a fucking Ninja Turtle logo on it or a picture of the turtles in it,
yeah, that's not even a NECA
he's
situation at that point.
he the fact that he didn't get sued for the Hell Charger is more impressive than this. This is gonna be easy to fucking skate by on. The Hell Charger, he's literally making a fucking Ghost Rider figure for it.
I guess either way, I'm ecstatic for it on a few grounds. Obviously, one, I'm interested into it just because if it is keeping the same dimensions of like, or similar dimensions is what it said, right? As far as
I know it's supposed to be the same dimensions.
Okay, so that would be cool. The other thing that I am really excited for is just to have like a little bit of competition. Obviously, I'm sure they're not on. Well, I don't want to judge it in that regards, but it's not on the same level as like NECA's exposure, if that makes sense, right? So
NECA has a retail
like,
presence, so they're going to have a lot bigger customer and fan base, obviously. Like
right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like both companies are relatively,
Anyways, like neither of them are Hasbro, but at the end of the day, NECA is considerably bigger than Ramen Toys is.
Right. So I just like to see competition and all overall, and that is super healthy, and I'm happy to have like another option. That's cool. And like that was what our episode is going to be about this week.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
To an extent,
about the other option.
Because since it was literally recorded a day and a half before they put up pre-orders, it's going to be slightly dated. But it's mostly us talking about should you buy third party or should you buy from mass production. So it's still on the same vein. Luckily, we mentioned multiple times in the episode that like at this time it hasn't been put up for pre-order. So hopefully I won't get a bunch of comments being like, "It's up for pre-order and it is $300. Why you keep saying allegedly?" or something like that. So fingers crossed.
We definitely assumed that the 300 was like the actual price.
Yeah, like we made it clear that we were like pretty sure. I just was saying allegedly just because Blaine said it at PowerCon, there was no official statement. Especially considering if we go by them saying shit at conventions, Trevor a month earlier or 2 weeks earlier said it was going to be fucking $250. People saying shit at cons don't mean anything. Let's see. Payne's toy samples. Ace will deliver good value. I 100% agree. I saw his booth at PowerCon, and I originally was kind of on the fence about getting the Charger, and I'm gonna get it. Like, granted, I'm gonna overpay because the way Ramen Toys does things is if you pre-order, you usually get a like cheaper price than if you come in after it's released. So like the Hell Charger thing, I think originally it was going to be $175, and then if you waited, it's like $250. So like it sucks. I'm paying $75 more, but I feel like it was too risky since I couldn't see it in person, kind of thing. And I never bought anything from them. And I was also mildly concerned that they were going to get sued and not make it. But yeah, Fig Fan Samurai, NECA is small enough that they're going to care about the Ramen Toys when they're going to do something. I don't think they're going to do anything. NECA doesn't care. NECA will sooner not make it. I could see NECA, this being the first time they do something like Super 7, where they just send out emails saying, we didn't hit the numbers we need to make this. Sorry, and refund everybody. Or better yet, or more likely, I could see them being, well, there's like 300 of them in existence. Sucks for you guys. Have fun on the aftermarket.
Yeah.
Like NECA seems to be like becoming more and more petty over the years, and they were already pretty petty. I mean, when they lost the Godzilla license, Randy was all sorts of petty. He was like, "There's not going to be any Godzilla representation in the States," and then Super 7 picked up the license like a month later. Granted, that wasn't good for any of us, by my opinion, but yeah. So I don't think NECA's going to do anything. I think it's going to be business as usual. They're going to leave it up, and I think there's going to be enough people who don't give a shit and are just gonna buy it because they're like, well, this is what it is, or
Yeah,
they
I'm
have
sure.
more money than they fucking know what to do with, or they'll bankrupt themselves to buy everything that's in the line, or they genuinely feel like it's worth it. Um, I think
Or they
there's
feel pressured to buy it, and because they think that it's going to get changed or have more accessories
yeah,
afterwards.
that's my biggest fear is that like 6 months from now, you'll be like, well, we decided to add the TV and we decided to add this and that, and we're gonna add an actual plastic roof of a manhole cover, and I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, guys?
I mean it. Yeah, I couldn't. If that becomes the case, then it's sort of like
I
I don't.
th-
That's just dumb business practice in my opinion. Because if you're gonna do those, if those are even on the table, just make those changes because you're gonna sell more as opposed to just leaving money on the toilet leaving money on the table instead of leaving money
leaving
on the
money on the
table.
shitter.
But you're leaving money on the table because you're actively, you know, repelling people at this point
Mm-hmm.
from buying your product when you could just state that you're making those changes. So I just it feels weird. I know they did it with the van, but I don't know if that's like a new precedent or anything. I think it's just that
I'm hoping that the
it
van goes
happened.
back up for order for people. Grant, I don't have to worry about it because luckily Nate has decided he doesn't want it, so I'm buying his.
Yeah.
But I do hope the van goes up for pre-order. I feel like it'd be real shitty of NECA to be like, hey, we made this the way you wanted it after the fact and then didn't give people a chance to buy it.
Yeah.
But I
I
don't
could
know.
see it going back up. I think it will go back up, but I think it will be one of
I
those things of like, let's see how the excitement goes for this layer,
I think
and
that's it too.
then we'll
I
see.
think that
Yeah.
there was probably a chance it was going to go back up, but if the layer doesn't do well, they might not.
Or if the layer doesn't do well, they will because they're like, we got to get something to make some more money.
I
Uh,
don't think they're hurting for money. They're not in the Super 7 situation where they were struggle
Listen,
busting
just because they are
into.
struggling, they're not struggling for money. Every company wants to make more,
Well, I agree,
and they
but
need,
like I
yeah,
feel like they'll move on to a different venture. I don't think they'll go back to the van just because they want to milk it. If that was the case, they would have already done it. They wouldn't have waited until after it ships to be like open more pre-orders. They would have been like, well, the factory's already producing them, so let's put in pre-orders for like a week or two so we can put more into
or
it and get them done with.
Illuminati hat. What they're doing is they're being very coy about re-releasing or opening pre-orders, I should say, for the van until it's all done for the Dio because they don't want like if someone's on the fence about buying the Dio because they're like, well, I really would like to save the money for the van, but I don't know. They probably won't really release it. I'll just get this. And then they're like, oh, guess what? 3 months from now, yeah, we're going to put the van back up. So get ready. Give us some more money.
From the company that dropped like $500 worth of turtle product at Target in a weekend, I don't think they give a fuck about.
Those are figures. Those are different.
That was still literally that layer is $550.
Oh, together. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's the same amount that you spent on all those turtle toys that released at once at Target. So I don't think they give a fuck about any of that. I think they just like,
Let's say that out
if you can
loud.
afford it, you can afford it. If you can't, sucks to suck. Go collect Best Action. Fig fan. Yeah, I guess the only hardcore collectors really know about Ramen Toys. I will say Ramen Toys is getting a big spotlight because of this. I did see in both of the big turtle groups on Facebook people posting about it, and which of course just just fell into chaos because everybody was fighting over if the NECA one's worth it and not, and they've been fighting nonstop. I will say I'm a little disappointed. One, the Facebook groups took a turn over the weekend, and they decided to silence people who are anti NECA turtle layer. And so they're allowing posts of people talking shit about people who don't want it and don't support it, but they're having one post where all the naysayers have to go to like be negative to each other, which I think is kind of shitty because like there was literally a post today of someone saying like, oh, are we still complaining about the turtle layer? Get over it, guys. Like you're just trying to start shit. Like there's no reason
Yeah.
to post something like that unless you're trying to start shit. And they let it go. They let it like be a thing. And I'm like, so that's allowed. You're allowed to be negative as long as you're like,
Negative on a
like,
yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
I
one
don't know.
thing
That put a
about
bad
us
taste
at
in my
Modern
mouth.
Toy Fair, we
Is
don't.
well, 2 out of 3 of us don't. Nate, you give Nate a hat or you ship his stuff on time, and he'll gobble it down like it's his fucking last meal.
That's true. Oh god.
Oh my god, yeah. So I don't know. I'll get the Ramen Toys one for sure. I don't as much as I kind of also want to get the NECA one so I can compare them in a review because I think that'd make for a great video. And again, tax write off, but I still have to pay that money up front. And I'm like, I've got the Spider-Man PS5 here in like a couple weeks. I've
What
got
would
a
give you
trip to
more
pay for.
joy? A PlayStation 5 with Spider-Man or a giant
I mean, if you want to be serious, the turtle layer would give me more joy ultimately than the PS5 does. You know how many
Well,
times
I guess that's
you know
true.
how many times I've turned
You
on my
don't,
current PS5 in the past 3 weeks?
yeah, you don't have time for anything. So
Yeah,
that's
I
fair.
don't get to play games with my friends anymore. So like, yeah, I don't know. I also have like 2 trips I have to pay for because I'm going to Portland at the end of September, and then I have potentially New York City Comic Con at the beginning of October. So it's just a lot of money going out more so than
All
going
at
in,
once,
and I
yeah.
don't know if I can justify that 300 for that, especially when like Mofex is probably be like, here's 6 more figures you pre-ordered that you forgot existed, or
You,
Entertainment Earth's gonna be like, hey, give us the fucking $20 for these turtle figures you pre-ordered like 2 months ago, or
wait, who?
Entertainment Earth, because
What's
that's who I
that?
originally,
Oh, the comic. Okay,
yeah, for
I
the
was like, well,
IDW,
what do I have that's coming up? Like, don't scare me like that.
or I'm trying to think of what other things. That's another thing. If you see Chun-Li from the Street Fighter wave, let me know.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Instagram, and
Oh, I thought
I
you
was
saw that person. I was be
curious.
like, I'm gonna fight you right now. I swear to God.
No, I just saw it on
Um,
Instagram, and I thought you had mentioned anything.
yeah, because I started that. That's why I went to Target. I went looking for her, and that's why I found. So I did technically go for toys. I just didn't go for that level of toys.
That specific toy.
Trying to think of what else might be coming out. Oh, we've got the new NECA or new Target fall convention bullshit that's coming. And that's gonna have a bunch of NECA stuff on it, which is probably gonna be all of the fucking Ronin shit, which I'm gonna need.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
that's true.
like so almost like I don't think even if I wanted to, I could budget in the NECA sewer.
Yeah,
Like I just don't think it would be possible with all the stuff that's coming out, especially NECA themselves. Like if you're gonna do that, then you gotta wait
cannibalizing
2 months
their own.
before you fucking drop another $300 in product or something.
No, no. Why would they do that?
Oh, plus
Why?
I have to finish paying off the rest of my diorama once Vasco
Oh yeah, your custom one.
finishes working on it because he took half up front and he's gonna take the other half when he's done. So yeah, I just there's too much going out. I can even if I wanted to pretend to
I mean, you
justify
kind of
the $300.
do want to.
I want to just because one out of fear that they're gonna improve it, and two because I think it'd make a good video to compare it to the Ramen Toys one. But
I would be willing to bet that they don't make any adjustments.
you're probably right, but I'm paranoid
I'm
because
willing
they
to
made
bet.
adjustments to the Turtle Van.
I may even argue that the adjustments they made to Turtle Van may have been like this was early on, which it's crazy because they took pre-orders for it,
They took
but
pre-orders
they
and
were
had full
never like
solicitations. I think
yeah.
it was because people complained.
I feel like they may have had like a design in mind, and they were like, "Well, we may not have enough time to get that design done," and so they're like, "We'll just go with this," and then they're like, "Oh no, we got it. We can get this in production before." That's how I feel.
My guess is there was probably someone at the office who was like, I'm not quite happy with this, but they're like, it's fine, we'll put it out.
Just get it. Yeah.
And then when the fans also were like, ew, this looks bad, it probably would encourage them to like, see, we need to fix it. And they just assumed all the people who were like, ew, this is bad, still ordered it, and they didn't. I.e. me. All right, well, sun's getting real low, big guy, and I have to be up in like 6 hours. So it's time to close. Actually, 5 hours. So we need to close this out. As always, if you enjoyed this live stream, please make sure to like and subscribe. Helps us out here. Channel gets you tutorial content in your feed. You can check us out Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Modern Toy Fair. You can check us out. Do I have the new graphic in here? I don't know if I. Let me see if I can add it. If this is gonna be. Nope. Oh god, that's so massive. Let me see. Let me make that a little bit smaller.
Whoa,
Doing
what
this
graphic
live.
did you show?
I made a new graphic for the Patreon that fits the new setup because the old one was still the blue and purple, and this one is more comic strippy. So yep, that's gonna be roughly where I think it goes. So yeah, patreon.com/modern toy fair. You can get all sorts of different rewards. You can get the episodes of the podcast early. You can be a guest on the live stream. You can get physical prints of the photos I take. Check it out. Links in the description below.
Need to guess.
You can check Jarmar out. Nope, you're on this side now because my camera's reversed. At metal.tv/Jarmar Games. Nate's not here.
Nate, what do you have?
Yeah, Nate, what's the podcast? What the fuck, man? You're not prepared? Shame on you.
This
This week's podcast is Not Showing Up for Work. A podcast about where you go and find better things to do.
Oh, you should have said
NFSW?
Yeah, NFSW.
Not showing up for...
I
didn't even realize I did that.
Together.
I didn't even realize I did that. Holy shit, that's way cooler. NSFW, not showing up for work. I like that. That should be a t-shirt.
That's funny.
But yeah, on that note, hopefully we'll see you guys next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us, and thanks for watching.